Hi everybody, it's Annette from The Art of Intuition, and today we're going to talk about what weighs us down and what does that mean. A lot of times I've found lately I would be saying if I could just get this kind of off of me, I feel like it's weighing me down. And when I would say it was weighing me down, it was keeping me kind of attached to an old reality. It was keeping my body vibration in in a in a lower vibrational frequency, right? I wasn't able to really anchor in the next thing because I felt really weighed down by whatever for me, getting maybe paying for certain things and getting those things paid for and done. Or for someone else, it could be getting a relationship's weighing them down. So look at what's weighing you down. Look at what feels like it's super heavy. And then once you identify what it is, whatever it is that feels like it weighs you down, it keeps you kind of, I'm going to use the word stuck, but you're never stuck. You're just going deeper in the program. So look at what's weighing you down. Now look at the story you have around why it weighs you down. And the story is more important than the thing. The thing is not important. We always want to put a lot of emphasis on the thing. The thing weighs me down. If I didn't have to do with this thing, look at the story you have around that thing. Do you have judgment about leaving this thing? Do you have guilt about leaving this thing? Do you have shame, anger? What is the story around the weight? That's going to tell you a lot, because what that is what the program is. The program you're trying to clear and what your body's trying to clear is how you feel about that thing. It's not the thing. I feel like I went around in a circle there, but I think you're going to get where I'm coming to by the end of this. Let's hope we can get there. What's going to happen is once we have an expansion, right? We expand our consciousness. We have to get our body's vibration to a certain place to hold that consciousness, right? So we can hold the consciousness. We hold the consciousness long enough, it's going to start kind of pruning out everything that's not that consciousness, that's not that higher frequency in our realities. And to do it in our realities, it's going to also have to go and do it in our body, because our body projects out our reality. The matrix to our reality is in our body. A lot of people think that there's a disconnect there. They're kind of the same thing. So we have to clear a lot of stuff from the body. We have to clear a lot of our human programming from the body. And just keep in mind, when you're clearing the programming, you're not just clearing the programming for this reality. You're going to have a story around what this thing is, whether it's this brings up anger or this brings up shame. You're going to have a story around that. But just keep in mind that you're actually clearing shame and anger. And of course, every time I film at night, the cat has to come and visit. Okay. So he wants his attention. Okay, so the story we have around that, and we're not just clearing that from this reality, though it's going to feel like it's just from this reality, but sometimes it's from every reality we've ever experienced that. It's not just the one time. It's not just the one experience we're going to link it to now in our human realities. It's going to be from all our experiences. So just keep that in mind when you're clearing anything. But the program is the important part. Clearing and the feeling and the fear and the story you have around it, that's the important part. Are you judging it, whatever it is? And that's what weighs you down. It's not the actual reality that's causing the program to get activated. That's what our human wants us to believe. Oh, if only that went away, then it would be better. It's the program we have that's causing that reality to happen. The reality happens because it's agitating us. It's getting to that distortion. It's getting to where we still hold judgment, where we're still judging ourselves, where we're pissed because, and this is what I was doing. I had this whole dream about it actually the night when I was trying to figure out, what do I do? Why does this keep happening? Trying to kind of do it perfect, trying to do this journey perfect, or not liking the way it was working out because it wasn't the way I wanted it to. I should be in a different place by now. I shouldn't be still dealing with the same old stuff, because that's my human version of what it should be. I wanted it to be going perfectly. I wanted the close out of this reality to go perfectly, not the way it was going. So I had that kind of going on. I had that going on. So I was judging the way it was going. So these things started happening because those are the things I was going to judge. So it wasn't the actual reality weighing me down. It was the judgment I had around the reality. It was the program I had going around the reality. It was usually a lot of these things boil back down to fear, self-worth, shame, blame, guilt, all of that. Look at the story. Look at the story. take the physical thing kind of out of it and look what the physical thing causes you to feel. Because that's the program. That's what your universe is trying to show you. You know, we can't stop this from happening because this still bothers you. As soon as you're free from this thing bothering you and you don't care anymore, then it doesn't happen anymore. But until you are free from that, then it's going to happen. And I knew a couple things were going to kind of happen again, because when I kind of cleaned them up last time, we'll say, I was super upset when I was cleaning them up. I still had a lot of emotion around it when it happened. And I was really upset around the whole experience happening. So usually when we're still kind of, something happens, we're upset about it, it gets better, it gets cleaned up, whether, you know, someone comes in to assist us, money comes in to clean it up, whatever cleans it up for us, in a sense. If you're still upset about it, and you weren't at complete peace with it, and then it cleared, if it cleared and then you can find peace again, it's going to kind of be opposite. Because if you found peace only after you cleaned it up, then you still have a story going on around it. If the only thing that made you feel, okay, now I can kind of have a calm down a little bit, I'm not as upset about this whole thing anymore, is because it figured itself out, then you're probably going to go through it again. Or something very similar to that, because now you're going to be just clearing a deeper part of the program, because when you went through it that first time or that fifth time, you were still clearing programming, but there's still more there. If you can get to the point where it's not cleared up yet, but you don't give a shit anymore, you kind of don't have any emotion around it anymore, you don't have a story around it anymore, it doesn't matter anymore, it is what it is, and then it clears. Then whatever you need to come through to help you get that reality sorted out will come in. 9 times out of 10, unless you have something else going on, you're going to have to dig through it again. You might not have to go through that again. Now, maybe when the collectives clear it, you'll have to go through it to some extent again, but it might not be as harsh. And now that it doesn't bother you, it might be more of an energetic clearing at that point, and nothing's really happening. So just look at when you feel better. Like if you're waiting for money to come in to clear something up and you're really upset about it, and then money comes in after you've been upset about it for a while, you cleared enough of the program, your reality, your universe is kind of saying, okay, we're gonna kind of give you a little bit of ease here. We're gonna let this clear. And then you might not have to deal with that thing for 3 or 4 months, and then it comes back again. And a lot of us get this feeling that, oh no, why am I in this again? I thought I didn't have to do this anymore. Well, we have to do it again because we didn't clear it all the first time. So see if you can get to perfect peace with it before you maybe call in the reinforcements or whatever you would do to kind of stop the reality from playing out, because you had fear around how the reality was going to play out. That's where we got to go. It's not the thing. It's how the thing makes us feel. That's the program. The program's weighing us down. It's not the reality that's weighing us down. It's how we feel about the reality. The program weighs us down. We're going to assign it to one thing, but remember, when you're clearing the stuff, you're clearing it from every reality, not just this one. That's why it can feel so intense so much of the time. So, okay. The cat is sleeping now. So sweet. Okay. Keep practicing the art of intuition.